Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Randy Wineglass. This is Man Up Mental Health, licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of California and Florida. Today, we're going to talk about the cure for social anxiety. Let's get started. So, I have some key ingredients here in my laboratory. And have you ever walked into a social situation and felt like everybody had the words to say and everything just flows so naturally, for others in these social environments, and you're just kind of stuck up in your head? What if I told you that social fear that you're having is because you don't have a clear map, a clear way to navigate the interaction? So here we develop key pieces of a social interaction where we just kind of break it down in stages. How can we feel more comfortable in these social settings? So the first step is preparation. Identify the setting that you would ideally like to socialize in. So it could be the park, a museum, a library, any place that you feel comfortable meeting new people. Identify that location. Maybe in the comment section, guys, you can leave me some comments and feedback on what are some areas that you like to meet people, meet new friends. And once you identify that setting, develop a calm mindset. Send some affirmations to yourself, some positive affirmations, whether it's through email. You can watch some affirmation videos on YouTube. Something that you can say to yourself, I can, I will. They say for every time as children that we were told that we can do something, we were told we can't like 12,000 times. So we naturally have this fear of maybe I can't socialize. I can't interact with other people. Like, I can't do this. So telling yourself positive things, I can, I will. The next thing is have a few open-ended questions. So when you're entering a new social environment, it's always good to point out things in the environment that you can generate questions off of or greetings off of. So if you're in a library, hey, I heard they had this really good book here, or I like this really good picture that they have here in the library. It looks really interesting. What's your thoughts about it? It helps to alleviate the pressure off of yourself when you're connecting with other people. Pulling questions based off of the items in your environment. They call it context-based questioning, where you pull items out of the environment, things that are natural to the environment setting. Whether you're at a park, hey, I noticed this nice fountain over here. It's really cool. Have you ever been over there and took pictures, or what do you think about it? Really is a good way to break that ice. The second stage, or the second piece to relieving that anxiety and curing that fear, approach. Make brief eye contact with the person you would like to talk to, just like a gentle glance over, just to kind of let them know that you're interested. Then have a friendly, open posture. When you're closed up and you're kind of tight, it's hard for other people to know that, you're welcome to like a social interaction. Really paying attention to that body language. And also generate a small comment or a greeting. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you enjoying this library? What's your thoughts about this museum? Things like that. 3, opening convo. Again, context related questions. Context is just another fancy way of saying environment or setting, right? Just base some of those questions and that first step in that interaction based off of things in the environment or the setting that you're in. If you're in the park, hey, this is some really, really nice park. It's really beautiful. What's your thoughts about it? Do you come here often? If you're at a museum, hey, these are some really great pieces of artwork. What's your thoughts about it? Listen actively. Affirm that you're listening to what the other person is saying. Nodding. Nice, that's interesting. Yeah, I get that perspective. Yeah, I kind of agree. This art piece is really unique. Things like that to kind of show the other party that you're attentively listening to what they're saying. Share something small about yourself. Hey, sometimes I'll come to this park, about once or twice a week and do some jogging. Hey, I'll go to this museum every, few times out the year with family, different things like that. It really makes other people comfortable knowing that they're interacting with another human being. So a lot of times people are, very fearful. We're all fearful at some extent when we're interacting with new people. There's a little bit of fear kind of going on. So it's good for people to kind of know a little bit about us. So 4, building the flow. Follow up based on what they've said. So it sounds like you really enjoy coming to this park, or you really enjoy coming to this museum. Or what I'm hearing is you really enjoy coming out to this park and running around, going on for jogs or going for walks every once in a while for your health. That's really cool. Avoid rapid fire questioning. It's like a ping pong game where they respond, give them that respect and that space to respond, and then we kind of come with a response based off of what they said. And then you just kind of go back and forth, that rapid fire questioning. Oh, so you like this, oh, I don't like that, and I was also thinking about this, and oh, what do you think about that? Oh, you did that? Sometimes it can kind of scare people off. And honestly, I think asking those environment-based questions, those setting-based questions first, before self-disclosure, I think is even great too, because it just kind of, you're inviting a person to sort of like comment on the setting and the atmosphere, which allows you to kind of test the tone of the communication prior to kind of just putting yourself out there. So if you're having that, really strong fear, guys, really going with the setting-based questioning first is a really good win. Okay? Pay attention to your body language again. Make sure you're comfortable. Take a deep breath if you're feeling a little bit anxious. Breathe through your nose. And then relax. And pay attention a little bit to the other person and kind of take some of the attention off of yourself. Managing awkward moments. Normalize silence. Sometimes there's going to be silence in the conversation. That's normal. Perfectly fine. Just kind of sit with it and enjoy the vibe. A lot of times people are just kind of testing your energy. Saying, do you have to always fill in the silence? Does something always have to be said? When there's a little bit of uncomfortable silence, just kind of sit there and enjoy the space and that time you have in that environment for yourself. And do some slow breathing. Like I said earlier, if you feel anxious, and exit gracefully. Hey, thank the person for the time for chatting. It was really nice chatting with you. It was really nice discussing with you, your interest in this museum and this artwork. If you choose to close that interaction, or if you want to reconnect, hey, offer to stay in touch. Do you want to exchange socials? Maybe you have a social media or some sort of Instagram account, or, whatever you think would be appropriate, offer to exchange socials to stay in contact. And after the interaction, think about it after and reflect. What went well? What were some things I could do better next time? So I hope this information was helpful for you and providing you some relief on the social anxiety that you can be experiencing. We're all in this together, men and young men, so, this is a community of support for you. And again, thank you so much for watching the video. Peace.